The decision to buy or sell a home can be a stressful one because once you go down that pathway, you really don't know what's going to happen. Is it the right time to put my home on the market? What kind of offers should I submit in order to get my offer accepted? And unfortunately, most information that is put out is very broad. So what I'm going to do instead is give you some actual firsthand accounts of transactions that I just did to give you a live feed of what's going on in the market. So if you're a buyer, these are the kind of offers that are getting accepted. If you're a seller, you kind of get an idea of how many offers that are going to be given to you and what you're going to be looking at. And if you're an agent, you can kind of see what's going on in that area. Hi, my name is Ian Collins. I'm a realtor here in San Diego. First and foremost, I know most of you don't have a lot of time. Time is money. So what I'll do is in the description below, I'll put a timestamp for each one. So one will be of the information for the transaction that we just closed last week, and other ones will be the 5 top questions that we got asked last month, just to arm your toolbox. And so you can fast forward to whatever you need. All right, first let's go over the transaction, the most recent transaction, so you get a little information, insider information. It was a husband and wife couple, 25 and 22, believe it or not. So motivating to be that young and buying your first home. And it was actually a very smooth transaction. They had already watched all my videos, so they understood the home buying process in general, and they came prepared. So they had already saved up enough money for closing costs, and they reached out to me on July 9th and said, "Hey, Ian, I want to buy a home." I said, "Okay, this is my first time buying a home. We've already watched your videos. We kind of have an idea. We've already did your drive-by recommendations of driving by neighborhoods to kind of see what appeals to them, what doesn't." Boom, they're ahead of the game. Okay, turn them over to our lender, let them get pre-approved. They were pre-approved in 4 days from then. So now let's get into like nitty-gritty contract stuff so you guys got to kind of see what's going on in that aspect. So the couple found this beautiful little townhome in Otay Mesa West. 2 bedrooms, 2.5 bathrooms, listed at $520,000. We offered $530,000 with $10,000 back at closing. So I think there was 4 other offers with us, alongside of us, and obviously ours got selected, otherwise I wouldn't be making this video. And we went to escrow. So while in escrow, the appraisal came back that it actually was $520,000. So the sellers agreed to just adjust the sales price to $520,000 and let us keep the $10,000 back at closing. So it was a military seller, military buyer, worked out for both of them. So stuff to take away from this: if you're buying in that price range, there's going to be a lot of competition. The sub $600,000 market is probably the most competitive market, arguably. If you're selling a home, just know that you're going to have a lot of buyers coming to your property, but just don't skimp on like the maintenance stuff. It just makes everything go smoother. I know a lot of times that price range, people don't have a lot of money to maintain like the property like that, but it just saves you so much time and energy and effort through the escrow process. If you're a real estate agent and you're putting in offers or advising your clients in this area, ensure that they're working with a lender that closes fast. Jason Coda, the one we work with, phenomenal cross-country mortgage, he closes a VA loan in 11 days. So that's what you're competing against. So if you're working with a lender or your clients already got pre-approved by a lender, make sure they reach out and ask how many days they need for closing, because that's a big factor with these kind of homes in this price range. All right, 5 top questions that we received last month. And I hope this helps people because I get asked the same questions over and over and over. So I decided to make videos so I could just send you guys the video, and it kills 2 birds, 1 stone. Sorry, birds. First, number 1 question that I get all the time, are interest rates going down? I don't know. I make a bunch of funny posts and reels on Instagram about this. Not unless you have a brother, sister, cousin, ex-wife that's on the Federal Reserve Board, no one really knows. We all can make guesses, but ultimately, no one really knows when interest rates are going down. Inflation is kind of stalled out, so one would assume that sooner rather than later, interest rates are going to go down. But once again, we don't know. But ultimately, this shouldn't be a factor in you buying or selling a home. Like, your finances should be good enough that it doesn't matter what the interest rates are. If whatever you can buy or whatever your home can sell for that you can turn around and buy, that's the better timing than trying to play the interest rates. We're not day trading here. The second most asked question last month was, is it the right time to buy? Another one, hard to answer because it's so subjective. The right time to buy is when you are ready to buy financially. Everything else doesn't matter. It doesn't matter what the market's doing. It doesn't matter what time of the year. It doesn't matter, I don't know, if it's a full moon outside. It doesn't matter. When you are financially ready, that's the right time to buy. This isn't a stock market. We're not day trading. We're not doing any of that. You're purchasing a home and allocating your resources towards yourself instead of paying rent to somebody else. When you're able to do that, that's the right time to buy, because you want to get forced savings and be able to benefit from positive equity and buying. That's the right time to buy. All the other factors, it really doesn't matter. Yeah, if the home prices are higher, you're not going to afford as much. But once again, it doesn't matter. You want to be able to participate and get equity in a home and have forced savings. That's when it's the right time to buy. Third most asked question, especially since interest rates went up: should I wait for the interest rates to go down before I purchase a home? Kind of like I said in the last question, don't try to time the market. Time in the market beats timing the market every time. This almost rhymes. But what I'm saying is, look at the interest rates as a blessing. With higher interest rates, a lot of people are scared to buy, which is an opportunity for you if you have the financial ability to buy. So use it as a benefit, not like a curse. Second, like I said before, you're not trying to time the market again. And most people that are asking me this question, should I wait to buy? It's not really a financial decision. It's more of an emotional decision. Most of the people that are asking me if they should wait are the same people that didn't want to buy a year or two ago when the home prices were too high, and then before because they thought the market was going to crash. And it's more of a psychological excuse of why they shouldn't than actually like objective numbers and doing analysis to decide if it's the right time to buy. So no, buy a home when you're financially ready. That's it. Don't nuke it. Don't try to justify your fear. Take that step for your financial future and purchase your first home when you're financially ready. This next question is more of a seller's focused question. It's, do you think home prices are going to go down? Every seller's fear when they're trying to decide when they should sell their home. Short term, I don't believe so. The supply and demand just doesn't back up that assertion that the home prices are going to go down. We have such a high demand of people wanting to move to San Diego and people wanting to move here from LA, from San Francisco down, all that stuff. And our supply is still so low. Yeah, they're trying to build homes. I saw it on the way up here way up to 15. I saw Lennar Homes are trying to build some new homes. But bottom line, we're severely in a seller's market. And it's going to take a long time and a lot of inventory to balance the market to an equilibrium of 5 to 6 months of supply. Currently, we're like 1.2, 1.5 months of inventory. So it's a seller's market. Short term, I think if anything, the prices are going to skyrocket. Remember, all sellers, that home prices and interest rates are inversely correlated, meaning home prices go up when interest rates go down, right? And you're like, oh, well, Ian, home prices didn't really go down when interest rates go up. I know, San Diego. It takes, hell freezing over for these home prices to go down. So if you're a seller thinking that you need to wait or anything like that, or afraid to wait because you think the market's going to go down, relax. It's not. So what you should be concerned about is selling your home. If you're planning on staying in San Diego and you're trying to upgrade or downsize or change locations in San Diego, you should be thinking about being a buyer, not necessarily being a seller. You're going to be able to sell your house in San Diego. That's a given. But will the equity that you make from your sale of your current home be able to finance the home you're trying to get to? If you're moving out of San Diego or you're a landlord or secondary homeowner, whatever, vacation homeowner, it doesn't matter for you because it's not your primary residence. But people that live here, that are trying to stay here, think like a buyer. You're going to sell your home. How much money am I going to make? What can I buy with that? If you wait until interest rates go down, yeah, you might get a little bit more for your home, but you're also going to spend way more to purchase your next home. So that's kind of where your thinking should be. But bottom line is, don't be afraid to sell your home. San Diego, you'll be all right. Last one that people just seem to not get, and I don't think if it's us realtors kind of being coy with how we put out marketing or what we say to influence people, but is it a buyer's market or a seller's market? I've heard realtors put out like, oh, it's a buyer's market, which is not true. But what differentiates a buyer's and seller's market is inventory and supply, right? How many months of inventory we have. If we have less months of inventory, that means there are more buyers than there are homes being sold, meaning giving the sellers leverage over the buyers because, hey, there's so many buyers trying to buy my home. I don't really, I have the power, you don't. In a buyer's market, there's more homes for sale than there are buyers. So no, we're not in a buyer's market at all. If you've seen these home prices and you've seen how fast homes are still selling, we're not. If you want to get in the nitty gritty of the numbers, I don't have the numbers top of my head, but check out my monthly market update plug. But I think last month we had 1.4 months of inventory. So that is severely under what it takes to become a buyer's market. Buyer's market is anything over 6 months of inventory. So we're not even close. What I think some agents are trying to say that they're not doing a good job articulating is that this is the most buying power that we've seen in San Diego in a long time. What that means is because interest rates are so high that there are a lot of people who got knocked out of the market and or are afraid to purchase. So although the inventory is low, the amount of buyers and buyer sentiment and fear have kept a lot of buyers out of the market, which kind of gives you kind of a more power than you've had in a long time. That's why you saw interest rate buy downs and sellers giving so much money back to buyers that just didn't happen a year or two ago. So is it a seller's market? Yes. Do buyers have more power than they have in a long time? Yes, but it's still substantially a seller's market. When interest rates go back down and people start jumping back in the market, then all that buying power goes away because now everybody's flooding the market and trying to get a piece of the action like it was 2 years ago. All right, that's all I have for you. Thanks for watching. Please hit the like and subscribe button if you like this video and hit the notification button so you get notified when I do new videos. If you have any questions or comments, please leave them below. I read them all. I respond to them. If you have something specific you want me to cover, just let me know and I'll do it. If you want an even easier way to reach out to me, Instagram makes it so much easier to message. I wish YouTube had a message function, but they don't. Till next time.